Welcome into Altair Studios. In this demo, we will be putting our planner that we just created for the cover studio and the planner studio. We will be putting it all together. We'll be upscaling it so that it can be at the highest quality, and we will be actually hyperlinking it. So let's get into it. So for this, you're going to need the publishing studio, right? The Altair publishing studio, which is right here. So as you can see, we already used the cover studio to create our cover, and we used the planner studio to create the planner pages for our digital planner that we're creating in this demo. Okay, so now what you're going to need to do is open the publishing studio. Now, you're going to need two things from the publishing studio. That's going to be the upscaling images, which is where you're going to upscale your images, as well as the hyperlink PDF, which is where you're going to actually hyperlink your digital planner and make it a digital planner because it's going to be linked. So it's going to jump to different pages. Okay. So now for upscaling, you want to make sure you're upscaling your images for your digital products as well as your print products at least 4x or above. 2x is not sustainable. You need at least 4x or above for the best quality. Now, let's open the upscale images tool. Okay, so as you can see here, we have our upscales right here. So 2, I wouldn't recommend. For if you're trying to sell this, I would recommend doing 4x or to 8x, right? For this example, I'm going to do 8x because this is the best possible quality, the best upscale that we have here. Okay, so then you can enhance the upscale. So this is going to increase saturation, sharpness, details, right? You can turn this off or you can keep it on, okay? So then you're going to add in your images that you want to upscale. So these are going to be the images that we just created from the Altair Planner Studio, which is the actual planner pages here. Hold on. So it's going to be this right here, right? And then it's going to also be the cover because we want to upscale that cover image as well because that's going to be a part of our digital planner as well. So let's go ahead and upscale the cover as well. Okay, so now we have all of our images in the queue. As you can see, they are all queued here. Now what you want to do is you're going to click upscale 4 because it's 4 of them. So you want to upscale all 4 images. This is the power of the Altair Publishing Studio. So most tools only let you upscale 1 to 2 images at a time. This one allows you to upscale multiple at once. As you can see, it has already upscaled this one, and now these are done. All right. So now they're already upscaled. You can just click here and click download all, and it will download it for you. Or if you want to see the difference of the enhanced feature, or you want to see how much it upscaled it, you can click on one of the images, right? And it's going to bring you to this preview window, right? So you can click here under before, after, right? And it's going to see this is a before side, this is the after. So if I slide it over here, this is before. If I slide it over here, this is the after, okay? Before, after, right? Okay, so it is a very subtle difference. So this is how you can see that here. You can also see that it has been this is the before pixels and this is the after the upscale. Okay, now you can download it here, but what I like to do is I come here under back to all, and then I come here and I click download all, and then once you click that, it's going to download all of your images here, right? As you can see, it just started downloading. So it's going to start downloading all of my images, which I have already upscaled this. That's why it has that one, but that video crashed, so I had to re-record this video. So that is why you see the one. When you see yours, it won't have that. So, okay. So now that it is actually upscaling here, after it's finished doing the upscale, then you can go on to the next step, right? You can go on to the next step. So you would click right here where it says all tools. Let me see, I think it's done. Um, yes, it is done. Okay. We have our 4. So you're going to click right here where it says all tools. You're going to click open hyperlink, the hyperlink one, and you're going to come here. So this is the hyperlinked right studio, right? Part of it. Okay. So this is the dashboard where we're on right now. You can see how many projects you have saved here. You can see your pages, your links, and your uploads here. Now this is your projects here that is saved. These are your saved projects that you can jump back into if you would like. You can save your project by clicking up here. You want to rename your project here, or it's going to just keep my digital planner. So you want to actually come in here and rename this. So we could say 2026 life planner. Oops. Life planner. And you can click save project if you want to save it, and that would save it there. Now these are your pages. This is where we're going to upload our cover images, our interior pages, and then this is where you're going to actually link your projects. But first you have to upload the cover and the pages first. You can also upscale in here as well. I just like to use the other one because I like the how big it is and how it looks better, but you can technically upscale in here as well. And then this is if you export it as well. Okay, so let's go back to the dashboard and let's upload our cover. Okay, let's upload the cover. Then once that is there, then we're going to rename it. So you can rename it by clicking here, or you can rename it by here and then just erase it and put cover. Okay, that. And then we're going to add in our interior pages, right? So you want to find where your interior pages is. You're going to upload them, click open, and as you can see, it has uploaded it. So you can also rename it here. So as you can see, this is our notes page. So we're going to do notes. This is our goal tracker page. So I'm going to do goals. And this is our monthly page. So I'm going to do monthly. Now, if you say like this layout, you couldn't tell what it is, we have thumbnails here that you can click on as well. But these work better when you actually click on it. So to actually, if you click on this image or any of these, it's going to take you to the links page where you're actually going to link your products, right? Your digital planner. Or you can come here and it's going to take you to the link page where you can actually link it. So I'm going to click here because that's just the way I like to get to it. And as you can see, it takes me here. So this is how you can preview it if you need to. And if you want to rename your pages in the links page, which as you can see, it took us to the links page, you can do that. You can just click over here and then you would just click on whichever thumbnail is going to take it here and you would just rename it to whatever you want here. Okay, so I can name this to test if I wanted to. Okay, and then it would be renamed to test, but we don't want to do that because we don't want to get confused. So I'm going to change it back to notes so we know what it is. Okay, so that is that. All right, now that we're actually on the links page, right? Because we're finished with the pages, we added our pages in. Now that we're here, let me go ahead and go back to the cover view and let me show you what these tabs do here at the top. So this is the select tool, right? This is the select tool. So as you can see, it can select some of the tabs here, but we don't have any links or anything here, but that's the select. Undo is self-explanatory. It undo what you previously did. Redo, it redo what you previously had. And this is how you can add links by clicking here under add link. You can click that. First, got to take this off. You can click add link. As you can see, the link is here. This is for the link, this little icon. Then you can click master tabs. And we're going to get into what is master tabs as well. This pretty much, I guess I can tell you now, master tabs is something that you want to include on every page, right? This is what a master tab is. So that just means usually if I didn't have a master tab, usually I would have to link this page, the monthly, the goals. I would have to link all of this, and then I would have to come to the next page on the notes page, and then I would have to link this to the monthly page, link this to the goals, link this to the notes, and then I would have to come to the next page, and I would have to link that and link that to the next page, link this to the monthly again, link this to the goals, link this to the notes. But with master tabs in the Altier Publishing Studio, you don't have to do that. That is gone out the window. Okay, so with the master tabs, you can come in here and link these tabs one time on the cover page, and it will link to all of their pages. So if you had 100 pages that had the tabs in this up here, it will link that. Okay, then we have the tab strips. Now, this is pretty much another form of master tab. So this is a master tab strip, right? So we just called it tab strip for short. So what the tab strip does is you actually go inside the platform. We're going to go over how to do this. I'm just giving a brief overview right now. You go inside the platform. Once you click it, it's going to take you in there. You write in your tabs. Then it's going to link the pages and you approve it. And then you just resize it to match this and it will already be linked. You just resize it. You don't have to do the one by one master tabs. You can just do that, resize it, and it'll be all on all of your pages. So that is how that works, okay? Then we have here where you can add in a page. So if I wanted to click here, I can add in another page if I needed to. If I forgot to add in a page, I can always add in a page here, okay? So this is text where you can obviously add in text here if you would like. But most of the time you won't do that. You need that, but if you want to add text, you can add that here in the text box. You would just do tests for this one. And as you can see, it has added the text here, right? It has added the text. So if I click here, select, and I can move this wherever I want to move it to. But most times we won't really be using that because the prompt that we created, it will already have our text up there. But this is just here for in case you need it. So for this, I'm going to click on it and I'm going to put remove text. Okay. And just like that, it removed the text. So this is a cover. It's the same thing like the pages. If you click here, it's going to add in the cover. You can add in a cover, change out your cover. And then we have test links. So this is how you actually, once you actually link the stuff up, you can click here to test it, and then it's going to take you to edit mode. Well, it's going to take you to test mode, but you're going to have to click here to get back to edit mode. So we're going to go over that in just a few. Then this is the preview. So this, after you link up everything, this is to preview how it will look on your PDF. This is to preview it. And then if you test the links and you're just ready to export it and ready to go, you can just click here and go to export. All right, so now that we got the basic fundamental navigation out the way, let's get into actually linking this up, right? So we're going to use master tabs for the master tab strips for this side because it's just simpler, and we're going to use the master tab for this, okay? Just to show you how to use them. Okay, so let's use master tabs first. So as you can see, it's on here, right? As you can see, hold on here, let me see. Okay. Oh, okay. I gotta turn off the selecting. Sorry, you gotta make sure to turn this off because it's not gonna work if not. Okay, so we're gonna turn on master tabs now, and we're going to click here on, and we're going to let's stretch this out for one. Okay, stretch it out. Okay, make that like that. Then I'm going to scroll down and make sure it reaches to the edge of the page. So let's come here and do that. All right, so now this is our first master tab. So this is how you're going to put your first master tab that's going to apply to every page. So now, as you can see, if you look on the right side panel, you'll see it says link for. So you don't want it to say link for, you need to know what it is. So at least if you're anything like me, now if you can remember the links like that, good for you. But for me, I have to label it. So I'm going to label this as cover. because this is going to link to the cover, okay? So this is going to link to the cover page. So I'm going to name it cover, and then the page that's going to link to is the cover page. So we're going to keep that the same. If you click here, you can change the pages. That's why it's important to rename the pages when you bring them in. So we're going to keep it at cover, okay? So that is that, okay? So then the next thing we're going to use is our tab strips, right? So we're going to use our tab strips. So I'm going to turn this off. Hold on here. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, we're going to keep that on. I'm sorry, because we want to make sure our master tabs is working. Um, Let me see here. I just want to verify. Okay, yes. All right. So as you can see, our master tabs is working. So I didn't link it on this page, but as you can see, it has linked on this page, as you can see. All right. So it links on all of the pages. So now what we're going to do is going to go to tab strips. And as you can see, if I pull up my cover image here, you will be able to see that, let's see here. You'll be able to see that we have 3 tabs here. We have the monthly, the goals, and the notes page. So we want to make sure we're keeping track of this and how it looks so we can have it right. So we don't have all months on the side. This is what months. So as you can see, it gives us months all here on the sides. So I'm not going to use that days of the week, quarters. I'm going to use sections, okay? Then we have our tabs on the right side. So we're going to keep this selected, and we don't have 5 tabs. We only have 3. So I'm going to change that to a 3. Okay. All right. So then we want to fix the tab labels 1 per line so we can know what is what. So when we're linking it up, we won't get confused. Okay. So we're going to erase this. Oops. Did I get out of it? I think I got out of it, y'all. I'm sorry. So let's do that over. I don't know what happened just then. So we're going to go back to 3, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to erase this, and I'm going to come back to my reference photo, and the first tab is monthly, so I'm going to put in monthly. Then I'm going to click enter, and then I'm going to do the next tab, which is goals. Okay. All right. This is why it's important to rename and do everything correctly so you won't have issues knowing how to link it. And then the last one is notes. Okay. All right. So now this is the width that you can add your actual master tabs. If you know the exact width and height and everything of your tabs, you can add that in here. But for this example, most people won't know that. So if you don't know that, you just want to make sure these are linked up, and you will have to just resize it at the end, which is so simple. So you don't have to, that's no issue. So as you can see, this is the monthly tab. And as you can see, it is linked with the monthly page. So that is correct. The goals with the goals page, the notes with the notes page. So that is correct. So you're going to click create 3 master tabs. And as you can see, they are there. Right? If I hover over this, or hover over this, it says monthly. If I hover over this, it says goals, right? And if I hover over this, it says notes, right? Another way to check and make sure that it's linked right, if you click on the actual master link, you can see the monthly link. It labeled it monthly by itself. We didn't have to label it. It labeled it monthly by itself from when we labeled it in the master tabs. And as you can see, it is linked to the monthly page. So this is correct because that is what we want for this. So the only thing that you would need to do now is just resize the actual link to match the actual tab. That is it, right? That is it. And then it's going to apply to all of the pages, right? It's going to apply to all of the pages. So let's do this. Okay. As you can see, it goes with goals. And let's do the notes section here. Okay, notes right here. Let's make this even with that. Okay. All right. So as you can see, that is linked up perfectly. Now, if I jump to the notes page, it should still be linked. And as you can see, it is still linked on the notes page. But even though we didn't link it on the notes page, we only linked it on the cover page. So then if I go to the goals page, the same thing. And if I go to the um, monthly page, the same thing. Okay. So this is how that is done. All right. So after that, then it's time to actually test the link. So I like to do it from the cover page. I don't know why. I just love to go to the cover page. That's just me. But you can do it from anyone. So, of course, you can click test link here and it will take you to the test option to test the links. Or you can just click it from here and it's going to see that test mode is on. So as you can see, now that test mode is on, I'm going to click the monthly. It's going to take me to the monthly. Let's click this. So we linked it to the cover. It should take us to the cover like it did. Let's click notes. It takes us to the notes. If we click goals, it takes us to the goals. We click cover, it takes us back to the cover. So as you can see, the links are totally complete and everything is working. Okay, so you want to make sure you're testing your links, make sure everything is working throughout. All right, then after you test your links, you can preview it here or you can export it. If you know everything is perfect, you're just ready to go ahead and export it so you can sell it or so that you can use it. You can click export and it's going to download it for you over here. Okay, but for this example, I'm going to show you how to preview it and then how you can download it from the preview window as well. So we're going to click preview. Let me turn off edit mode turn off test mode as well. Okay, I think my computer must be glitching. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. It was something going on with my computer, but we got to the preview page. So this is the actual preview page. As you can see here, this is the preview window. If I click monthly, it's going to take me to the monthly. Goals is going to take me to the goals. Notes is going to take me to the notes. Here to go back to the cover. And as you can see, this is it fully right here. So you can also open this up in the new tab if you want to see it bigger screen. You can do that as well, right? You can click on it as well, monthly, as well as click on the other pages, notes, and it will take you to the notes page. You can also zoom out if you need to so you can see it better. So goals, notes, monthly, right? So as you can see, you can just make sure everything works, play with it for one final time. If you would like, I'm going to exit out of this page. Well, I'll leave it there. And then if you wanted to download it, you can click here or you can actually click here to download it, right? So I clicked there, as you can see, it downloaded it here and rename it because it's already something named that. So I'm going to put 2026 live planner demo. Okay, and that is that. So this is the publishing studio, and the next step would be to actually put it on your actual iPad or Android tablet and to actually use it, or you can sell it as well. It's totally up to you. But this is the end of this video, and I will see y'all in the next one.